Good morning. How's it going out there today? You doing well? So am I, but thanks for asking. So today we're brewing up, we're going to do a little French press, and we're hacking off of one of our videos that we did. If you remember, we did a video, and thanks to Camille, he sent in this coffee collaboration where you take a piece of filter paper, whatever it might be, I guess it could be the AeroPress if it's the right size, and you put it in between the screen and the, you take it apart and put it in the screen. That gives it a little more of a filtration, gets rid of some of that silt in the bottom of our French press that's not the kind, you know, I prefer to have it a cleaner cup of coffee, so this works really well for me. So that's what I'm doing, and we're brewing up the Verve 1950s blend. That should be good. I think we're brewing it for about 5-6 minutes. Then I'm going to give it a press. So if you missed that video, we have a link to it. Check it out. I'm going to press this. You guys go get a cup of coffee and come back and meet me, and we'll drink together. Thanks. That's good. And that is a cleaner cup of coffee. So you got your coffee. Come join me again. I hope that you watch the video on the best AeroPress iced coffee ever. We were pretty impressed with the results with that nice foamy iced coffee. Loved it. So I hope you checked it out. If you didn't, please do. Try it out. If you have an AeroPress at home, shake it up, see what happens. We really love that. So I also wanted to address some comments that were put on the crew review that we did of the R60V by Rocket. There was a couple of questions. Somebody wants to know, what is that white light that I pointed out on the logo down on the front of the casing? Well, it's as simple as this. It's a night light. It has no other function other than it's just a light. It's a pretty light, and it just adds to more of the lighting that you have already going on in your kitchen, I'm sure, because every machine seems to have something going on at night, you know. You get out into the kitchen and all the little gremlins are in there, and there's all these little lights going on. It's kind of cool. Okay, so the other thing is the factory settings. I mentioned factory settings for pressure profiling. There really aren't, you know, I misled you down that path. Let me explain. There are no real factory settings for pressure profiling. Out of the 5 settings, if you get in the A, B, and C, there's 5 different settings that you can do on each one of those. There was a couple of set, maybe on the first 2 of the 5, and then the next 3 were blank. They were zeros. Fill in the blanks yourself. Play with your coffee. Take the temperature up and down, take the profiling up and down. We have played with that in this past week, and we found it makes a huge difference in the espresso shots. If you tune in the pressure for your coffee, it's going to be perfect. The other question was, they have put the stainless steel boilers on the R60V, and they have insulated it. It's the same as the copper and brass boiler on the R50A is insulated, and I guess your question is, are they going to be using stainless steel in the future on their machines? Well, I can't really speak for Rocket, but I'm thinking that if you guys want to sponsor a plane ticket and maybe a B&B over there that you could send me over, I'll get the straight skinny on it, and I'll come back and report, and I'll tell you everything. Just give me a list, plane ticket, that's all I need, a little bit of spending money, I'll be good. I honestly don't know. They haven't released what they're going to do moving forward with boilers on the future machines. You have more questions? Please leave them in the comments down below. Put them on the videos, questions on the videos down below each video as well, and we will address them as much as we can, as soon as we can. Okay, what do we have coming up this week for videos? Let's talk about that. We have a crew review of the newest grinder we've are offering here at Seattle Coffee Gear, and it is the Fasto. This is a high-end household grinder that I found to be quite nice when I checked it out. You know, it's got a lot of programmable stuff in it and some nice features. So check it out. We think it's going to be a household favorite. I'm just saying, right? So we're also doing a comparison of the R60V by Rocket and the Linea Mini by La Marzocco. We put the two side by side, we tell you what the features are, and I think you're going to be impressed with this particular video. Check that out and leave the comments down below on that one. I think we're going to have a lot of talk about this one. It's going to be really good. And what is Amber up to this week? She's going to be taking a look at coffee processing, especially the washed process. So check that out. I love Amber. She always has so much information. And here's a sneak preview. Roll it. All right. It's another coffee collaboration with what? The orange once again.
Well, and there's different ways that they can try to remove that. There's a Swiss water method, which is really the most commonly used way, but it uses water to extract that caffeine.
I've played with this machine, both these machines, but I've played with the La Marzocco a little bit longer because it's been out longer. And I find that it really has a lot of steam power.
After the fermentation process, the rest of the mucilage layer is removed with large amounts of water.
All right, you got enough coffee out there? I got to top mine off, warm it up a little bit here. So there's one other thing I want to talk, before I head out of Dodge here, I wanted to talk about one more thing. And it's the R60 pressure profiling. Can't say enough about it. We played around with it this week and it makes a huge difference in the shot. Just changing one little parameter is huge. There's 5 parameters in there on each one of the A, B's, and C's you can play with. It changes the amount of time it stays at what pressure. So, having said that, I know you guys, in lieu of buying a machine, I have the ability here to take the R60 and play around with it as much as I like. But I know you don't. So I would like to offer up that if you send in a profile for a coffee that you love, and it has to be a coffee that we carry, something that we have in our warehouse that we can pull a bag out. Send in the profile you'd like us to try. We'll do that. We'll pick 2 or 3. We're going to try them, and then we're going to feature one, and we'll see what happens. So send in the profile that you would like us to program into the R60V, and the coffee that you drink, again, has to be something that we have here at Seattle Coffee Gear. And we'll try it out. We'll put it on a video, and you can do like taste testing through Gail. I can't have you here in the studio with me, but I can tell you what I found and what the taste came through for me. So stay tuned, and I'm headed off to another project that I'm working on, and I'd love to tell you about it, but I'm going to keep you waiting. It involves something in my workshop, so we're going to be doing a little bit of revamping here. Not here per se, in the company. So stay tuned, and maybe I'll talk a little bit more about that next week. And let's finish off our coffee, and I hope you guys have a good day.